Good day, my name is Dominique van Deventer, a BE Legal Advisor within the SEESA Bloemfontein branch.
Good day, my name is JP Potgieter, and I too am a BE Legal Advisor within the SEESA Bloemfontein branch. Today's topic that we will be discussing is fronting and the consequences thereof under the BE legislation. Now, in today's day and age, a lot of businesses have the urge to be successful and to profit. However, this unfortunately leads businesses sometimes into fronting practices. This can be seen by most claims at the B-BBEECommission which they are investigating involve fronting practices. Dominique, if you can please explain to the audience what is meant by a fronting practice.
JP, fronting can be seen or described as a transaction or arrangement or any other conduct or act which directly or indirectly frustrates or undermines the achievements of the objectives of the B-BBEEAct or the implementation of the policies of the B-BBEEAct. Now, with this said, JP, maybe you can give our audience today some examples or scenarios of fronting which is common practice.
Thank you, Dominique. There are so many to think of, but I'll mention but a few. If one looks at the definition of a black person in terms of the B-BBEEAct, a lot of companies elect one such person and give them the title of a director or shareholder without giving them the powers or authority that comes with that title. Next, one can look at the economical transactions which take place and the contract itself, which will say one thing legally, however, in practice, something completely different is taking place. Now, lastly, one can look at a lot of businesses who attempt to reduce their turnover by splitting the business operations in order to fall within a certain bracket of entity for BEE purposes. Now, with these examples said, one also gets two different types of offenders when it comes to a fronting practice. Firstly, an active participant, meaning that the person who actually makes the decision to front, for instance, a director or shareholder, or secondly, a person who just becomes aware of a fronting practice which is taking place, but fails to report it to the B-BBEECommission. With this in mind, Dominique, can you please explain to us what consequences one might look at if you are one of these two types of offenders?
JPS, we should remember that being found guilty on fronting, it is a criminal offence in South Africa, and harsh penalties or sanctions can be imposed by a criminal court. As you've mentioned, your two categories of offenders. In your first instance, where offender or person is actively involved, imprisonment of up to 10 years can be imposed for such an offender, or an entity can be fined with a fine that does not exceed 10% of the annual turnover. Regarding our second category of offenders, these are the ones who doesn't actively take part, but who becomes aware and does not report. For instance, your BE professional who assists with a compliant process or a rating process for a company. Imprisonment of up to 12 months can be imposed in such instance.
So this is actually quite a serious topic and a serious offense. So we'd just like to thank everyone for joining us today for this discussion.
Thank you, JP. And then the message that I want to convey today is, in order to get proper advice on this topic or any other BE-related matter, do not hesitate to contact your nearest SEESA office in order to get that proper advice so that you can work smarter and not harder. Thank you.